Hello and welcome to this video about a Wadia 301 CD player. That first, the original shot was of a display. As you can see, there is no display other than the actual volume of it. All Wadias, or all the Wadias I've seen, have preamp built in, and they by default are muted, and then you have to increase the volume. I had big hopes for this CD player, mainly because I'm lusting after one that has digital inputs and 1704 DAC chips. 1704s are 24-bit Burr Brown ladder DACs, probably the last good DACs ever made. This player hasn't got inputs, and I was hoping to make one, to make an input into that, which is an option on this player, was option on this player. But whereas the bass and mid are exquisite, I'm sort of disappointed with the top end, so I won't be proceeding with that. To me it's a bit rolled off and darkish, which is not to my liking. So my search goes on. So if you have a Wadia with 4 1704 chips and inputs, let me know and I'll buy it off you. But I mean, this let me turn it down a bit. This player is superb, and it's overall, and it's very, very well made. There is some kind of filtering there. They don't say what it is, but it's obviously substantial. Toroid, and then there is a power board with those 3 capacitors on the left, and you can use. Sadly, you see those evil blue ones from Philips, axial ones. I am sure that they're leaky. Every single one of those I've ever seen was leaky. So I'm hoping that if I replace them, maybe the display will come back. Maybe it's just a matter, but possibly I sort of fear the worst, that it's somehow been burned out. For transport, we have a Pioneer stable platter, in which CDs are put upside down. Some people are disappointed with Wadia, with Pioneer stable platter, but Pioneer has been a leader of optical technology for decades. And there is a reason why Wadia picked them. They either picked TIAC with the esoteric drives, or Pioneers, you know, when the esoterics were no longer available. So obviously this was the best thing they could get at the time. And this is I think 2004 vintage. So what we have here is obviously a plethora of Wadia DSP units, and then they go to those Burr Brown resistor ladder DACs, and then they have a series of op-amps. I don't know what these are, probably buffers like in any others, but these are Wadia marked units. As you see, there's all the electrolytics and metal cans, other than the big ones. Plenty of regulators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11. So that's a reasonable number. Obviously balanced and single-ended outputs. Sadly no inputs. Inputs are what I would like, because then you can use the superb DSP and signal processing, you know, basically as a DAC. It's a good-looking unit, brushed aluminium. There are some scratches on one of the side. I don't remember which one, but nothing that couldn't be polished. I've actually polished. I had one esoteric with some corrosion on top. And about 15 minutes of polishing with a fine sandpaper, we just took off and was like new. The trick is, of course, to sand it in one direction on and not sort of back and forth. So that's about all, folks. Those who doubt Pioneer, let me show you how well it deals with the tones. You see, now I can sort of do a close-up of my test CD. Too much of a rainbow effect, but I think now you can see those defects. Remote is probably the heaviest I've ever seen. Sort of I mean, you could use it as a weapon and kill a man. Sadly, you see one button is missing, and there is an indentation. So I think this was attacked by a dog. Well, what a disappointment. So we'll go to track 8, and so it goes completely now track 15. You can observe how the head goes there, 6 and plays. So it just no fuss playing. Well, thank you very much for your time. Until the next round. Maybe we'll, even about this Wadia, we'll see how I go with the display. I'll start with replacing those Philips axial caps. Okay, bye for now.